Very good afternoon, students. This is Vasanthi, Assistant Professor from AAA Department, and today I will be explaining you about an experiment in the third cycle, which is the third experiment in the third cycle, which is going to be design and verify an IC 555 timer based pulse generator for the specified pulse. So the experiment is in the manual. It is experiment 11. So the title is going to be Design and Verify an IC 555 timer based pulse generator for the specified pulse. So which means that IC 555 timer has several applications. In this case, we are going to use this to generate a fixed output pulse of a specified time period. So here we are going to design the circuit for a generation of a pulse, output pulse of about 1 milliseconds. So the apparatus required here are basically the timer IC 555 IC, which is going to be an 8-pin IC, and resistors and capacitors as per the design, and we need a diode and variable power supply, which is used to give the power supply to the IC, and function generator to give the input, a CRO to view the output, and springboard for making the connections. So if you look into the circuit diagram, so this is the IC 555 timer, and using some trigger circuits on the input side, and by using some timing circuit, I can design a pulse. I can use this timer to generate a pulse of specified output. So the design step is, what do I do is, by using the values of resistance and capacitance, which is going to be the timing circuit. So by choosing proper values of RLC, I can decide the pulse duration. So I assume the pulse duration to be 1 milliseconds here. So the expression for this is Tp is 1.1 Rc, and I assume a value of the capacitance of 0.01 microfarad. Substituting this equation, I get a value of resistance to be 90.1 kilo ohms, so which is nearly 100 kilo ohms. So in the circuit, I use an R value of 100 kilo ohms for a chosen value of capacitance, which is 0.01 microfarad. So this value RLC will decide the time duration of the output pulse generator. And coming to the input side. So input side, here I have a function generator. Using a function generator, I use a square pulse of a required magnitude, say 5 peak to peak and 2 kilohertz, and this square waveform is being differentiated using a differentiator circuit. So at this point, I have the pulse which is given to the trigger input. So from the same, the IC 555, it is 8-pin IC. So pin 1 is going to be ground, 2 is trigger pulse. So at this pin, I give the trigger pulse. 3, I measure the output. 4 is to reset the IC. 5, I give the control voltage using the capacitor 0.01 microfarad. And 6, it gives a threshold voltage. I measure across this. And 7 is going to be the discharge point. And 8 is a VCC, which is a power supply. I give 5 volts to the IC. So to design the trigger pulse, say the value should be in such a way like RT/CT should be very less compared to TP. TP is nothing but 1 milliseconds. So I choose a value of capacitance and resistance in such a way like the product of this should be less than 1 milliseconds. So I choose a value of capacitance to be 0.01 microfarad and a resistance to be 100 kilo ohms. So this is going to be the circuit. So what I rigged up for the particular circuit diagram, which is given in the manual. And this is the IC 555 timer, which is an 8-pin IC, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 is the ground and 8 is connected to VCC, and other components connected as per the circuit diagram. So I give an input, a square wave input of 5 volts peak to peak and 2 kilohertz. So 2 kilohertz. So using the function generator, I provide a square waveform of 2 kilohertz, and whose magnitude is going to be, peak to peak magnitude, it is going to be 5 volts. So it is going to be 1, 2. So this is 1, 2, 2.5 multiplied by 2 will give you 5 volts. So I set an input of 5 volts peak to peak with 2 kilohertz. So this is going to be a square waveform. This is differentiated by using a differentiator circuit. So at the pin 2, I give a trigger pulse. So at pin 2, we'll get a pulse like this. You need to measure using the CRO. So we get a trigger pulse, which is used to trigger the IC 555 timer. So this can be measured This can be measured using the CRO. So I'll put it in channel 2, and I need to measure the pulse at pin number 2. At pin number 2. So I put the probe in pin number 2. Pin number 2. So that gives the pulse. That gives the pulse which is being generated. This pulse is used to trigger the 555 timer. 555 timer. So I need to measure this using the probe. Using the probe connecting to pin number 2. Using the probe connected to pin number 2, and you need to measure the magnitude of this pulse. So it is going to be 0.8 multiplied by connected to channel 2 multiplied by 5 will give you 4 ohms. So this trigger pulse should not exceed the VCC supply what you are giving to the IC. So I have given 5 volts to the IC. This is nearly 4 volts. So the next step is I have given the trigger pulse. So the next step is I need to check the output voltage waveform. Sorry, before that it is the threshold voltage. What is the maximum value this voltage the capacitor gets charged up. So that is usually measured. The threshold capacitor voltage is measured at pin number 6. So I connect the probe to pin 6. You show it here. So it is from pin 6. I measure the threshold capacitor voltage, and I connect the probe here to pin 6 with respect to the ground. So I get the threshold voltage. So this is going to be the charging of the capacitor. This should not exceed 2/3 of VCC. So my VCC is 5 volts, 2/3 of VCC. It should be the maximum value. So I have noted down the value. It is going to be 2.6. It is 2.6 multiplied by 0.5, so that will be around 1.35 milliseconds. It is 1.35 milliseconds, and also I measure the voltage here. I measure the voltage. It is going to be 0.7. It is 0.7 multiplied by 5 volts per division. I get 3.5 volts. So at last I need to connect this probe to pin 3, where I can measure the actual output, where we can view the pulse which is being generated of the design value. So this will give you the output pulse. This will give you the output pulse. I connect the probe to pin 3. I measure the output, and the voltage here, the maximum voltage is, it is 1 division multiplied by 5 volts per division. It's going to be 5 volts. So this is a maximum value of 5 volts. What the VCC we are given is going to be 5 volts. And the on period of the pulse. The on period of the pulse is, it is 1, 2, it is nearly 2.4. It is nearly 2.4 multiplied by 0.5, which is going to be 4.8. It is going to be 1.2 milliseconds. So it is close to the value what you had designed, and you need to note down all these values and plot it in the graph. With starting with the input voltage. This is the waveform for the input, and I have the trigger. I have the trigger pulse, and this is going to be for the threshold, and this is for the output voltage. So that's it. Thank you.